Hello.
Hello.
Afternoon, Professor. Good to see you. Thank you very much for applying to Hedvig Scholarship and for your willingness to attend the group of students in the Silicon Valley.
Thank you for giving such a possibility.
Thank you very much. I'm Radosław Koszewski. Together with me, there are Marta Ambrosiak from EY, who already participated in our initiative in the last year, and Piotr Kamiński, who is the president of Queen Hedvig Scholarship Foundation. Now you will have 5 minutes to present yourself. Then we will have up to 3 minutes each of us for Q&A. And at the end, each of us will have more or less 20 seconds to give you the feedback.
Okay.
Let's start.
Of course. No, sorry. Oh, terribly sorry. Oh, now I know what I messed up. Sorry. I should be starting here, not from the end. Terribly sorry about that. All right. So as you know, my name is Katarzyna Zúñiga. I'm a teacher at Klementyny Hoffmanowej Secondary School in Warsaw. I was asked while presenting myself to answer 5 questions, and those are the questions that I'll be answering throughout my whole presentation. So who am I? Why me? What will I gain? What will my community gain? And what do I need? So first of all, me. Who am I? Only a teacher, if you can say about the teacher that the person is only a teacher. I've been teaching for over 22 years in middle and secondary schools. I'm teaching Spanish and English, used to teach social studies as well. I'm a qualified vocational counselor. I lead a team of debating students, so I'm debating coach. I've been a teacher and guardian on over 30 language camps. And myself, I organized over 12 foreign trips for my students. These were the trips to UK, Spain, and USA. I was cooperating with a company to organize them, of course. However, I was preparing detailed itinerary for the trips, and I was leading them from time to time. Also, like being a teacher includes going on the trips with students from my school as well. So I believe that there were around 15 students in Poland, which were longer than at least a day, where we stayed overnight or longer, up to 1 week usually. So I would say that I'm pretty qualified in that as well. I did participate in a few Erasmus programs, various courses. So as I said, I'm only a teacher. That's something, when I was preparing the presentation, I thought about this picture. It's diamond painting. It was a present from students of mine who finished the school this year. They knew that I love doing diamond paintings. And when I got it, the thing that came to me was the quote, "You're responsible forever for what you have tamed." A Little Prince, of course. And I believe, when I started thinking about it, that's the motto, which is my motto, actually, because I believe in taming the students, if I can say that. I believe in being there for the student. And that's why me? Because I care. I care about the student. The student's well-being is much more important for me than the curriculum that I'm teaching. And sometimes I do spend long hours with them talking rather than teaching. Of course, you know, I do teach, it's not that I don't, but sometimes it is vital to spend this half an hour or so speaking and listening rather than just doing transformations. I'm pretty well organized, have experience of leading groups of teenagers in foreign countries, which I believe might be of vital importance for the trip. Before Minister Gowin banned that, I qualified as a tour guide. So that's also what I can do. What will I gain? When thinking about it, I chose 4 parts, which are the most important for me. Know-how, innovations, experience, and connections. Connections, like meeting new people, it is extremely important. I would love to find new partnerships for my school. Experience, well, I've been doing the qualifications for QHS this year for the first time. So I do hope I will be able to make it better. by seeing what kind of students go there and how the students are behaving. So who would benefit more and from whom QHS would benefit more as well. Of course, travel broadens the mind. So broadening my horizons is an obvious thing. As a teacher, I always search for new ideas, new materials, new ways. So I believe that Silicon Valley is the place where I can get some ideas. Stanford University, if we could go to any lessons, I would be more than thrilled. And know-how. I believe that's the most important part, because my students, I teach in a school where we've got over 1,400 students. So if there are always students who want to study abroad, study in state, and they ask me to write recommendations, and I do write them, but I don't know whether they're good enough. Maybe on this trip, I'll get to this chance to find out what a good recommendation should be, and what should I put there to enhance the chances of the students of getting there. Also, while teaching English, it is very important to speak about the day-to-day problems, such as getting a job. So maybe I would find out what can I suggest to a Polish person, a Polish student to do to get a job in Silicon Valley, or of course, study at Stanford. What will my community gain? I believe the answer to that question is very simple. Everything that I gain, my community gains. First of all, during my lesson, I would be able to pass my knowledge to the students. Second of all, during meetings of our faculties, like the English faculty among English teachers, who are usually the ones responsible for writing recommendations, but also on teachers' meetings in our school. We've got over 100 teachers. So I believe that every person I pass my knowledge to is a huge gain for everybody. So everything that is, I will gain, they will gain. What do I need? Apart from the obvious, that is knowing what you do expect from me and what my students expect from me, I only need one thing, only need to be chosen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very good presentation. Congratulations.
Thank
you. Marta.
Yes, so first question from my side. I'm impressed, Katarzyna, before I will ask the question. The presentation was really great, and it was so, inspiring and energizing, and I feel it's your passion. So, it was great to hear you. I would like to ask about the feedback that you remember and you received from your student, and that really was very important for you.
You mean about QHS feedback or any feedback?
Any feedback that you received from your students or your co-workers?
I believe the biggest feedback is just when they write to me, whenever they need me. So if they're feeling down in the dumps and they do need somebody to talk to, rather than doing something stupid, some of them just tend to write to me on Messenger and just saying, I don't feel well. And I believe that's the biggest trust they can put in me and I can get from them, is that in case of problems, they do come to me.
Okay, thank you very much. And imagine that you will be the one who will travel to, Silicon Valley, and I see your smile on your face.
Of course.
How would you use the trip? You told about the recommendations, how to write, how to search for a job in Silicon Valley, and that's wonderful. But how do you think, what's more, how can you use the trip for a local community, for your community?
Well, one of my students who went on the scholarship last year told me that when they were in Google, they were offered, or was it LinkedIn? I don't remember which one was that, but they were offered workshops on soft skills. So I do think that those kind of workshops, I mean, I do it, of course I do it, and I do believe that some soft skills I do own. However, teaching them is another story. I don't believe that teachers right now are taught that. So I believe that observing people teach that would be a huge improvement for me, and I believe will give me the possibility to teach that to my student and to pass the knowledge on. So that's something I do look forward to, and I hope it would, if you choose me, I would really love to hear something like that.
Thank you, Katarzyna. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much, Piotr.
Mrs. Professor, I am really impressed by your presentation. Thank you very much for this, and also congratulations for wonderful students you have.
I do.
My question is about the biggest dream about the scholarship, about this trip to Silicon Valley. You described us some of it, but maybe there is something deeply in your heart. What would you like to find there?
Well, the deeply in my heart, it would be the possibility to understand the Americans, because with that I got some problems in their day-to-day life. But actually, I'm a teacher. Like, I'm passionate about teaching. I love it, and I can't imagine my life not doing that. So going on a trip like that would be the one in a lifetime opportunity to see that teaching there. Because usually if you go to States, you go sightseeing and like do the normal things that tourists do. But over here, it's about learning. It's not only about sightseeing. So I believe that this possibility of seeing the system from inside and talking about the system from inside would be something I would really, really look forward to.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Professor, let's assume we go to the headquarters of Facebook. Most probably we will.
Wow.
And then let's assume that we are going to meet Mark Zuckerberg. Most probably we will not meet him, but someone else. But let's assume we have a schedule with Mark Zuckerberg. And we are in the bus, and suddenly you see that 2 or 3 students are missing. And then you know that they will be late at least half an hour. If we are half an hour late, Mark Zuckerberg is gone. What do you do?
Depends where we are, because if we are there, the place, I believe that there are 2 teachers.
No,
We're
we
not.
need to take the bus, and
we need to take
the bus needs certain time. And you know that if students are late, we are late to the meeting.
Of course, but thanks God for online communications. I mean, we are in Zoom right now. Why can't we connect via Zoom? Of course, well, we can join on Messenger, can't we? We can organize a meeting over there, get the group together. I mean, I suppose that the group will already be met and will be joined on Facebook. So I do believe that that Messenger connection would be possible, wouldn't it?
For sure. But imagine the face of the founder of Facebook when someone tells him, "Look, the group of students doesn't want to meet you in person. They want you to connect on Zoom."
Okay, that's why I'm not Zoom. Messenger. Messenger is a much better option in this case. No, I would say it really depends if we've got means of communication. Because if we can move, so we can separate the groups, so one person goes to Facebook and the other stays waiting for those two students, we would do that. If not, that's another story. We have. Of course, I would. I mean, I'm
missing the meeting with Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, you know, I'm there for work, rather not only for pleasure. Of course, pleasure would be great, and seeing Mark Zuckerberg would be fantastic. However, if not, the students are the most important.
I keep your word.
Okay, okay. I just fingers crossed the students won't be late.
Thank you very much. And Marta, may I ask you for your feedback?
Sure. Professor, I do have some really positive feedback and positive vibes towards you. And I wish all my professors was like that, with such a passion and such energy.
Thank you.
So that's the feedback from mine. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Piotr?
Professor, I am really impressed about your personality, about your passion. And the question Radek asked was really difficult. It was happened last year, and for this one we know what is the proper answer. You had the most difficult question. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Professor, first of all, congratulations. You are a great professional. And I'm really proud that our students, I mean Polish students, have such teachers. Thank you very much. I cannot promise you that you will miss the meeting with Mark Zuckerberg in the Silicon Valley.
Maybe don't promise that, for just to be on safe side.
Because I must say I'm really astonished by the level presented by candidates to Queen Hedvig Scholarship. Best professors in Poland, and not only in Poland. It's amazing. Anyway, what I can advise, please take care of good number of votes in internet, because we are opening the voting for professors as well.
Okay.
So the more you get, the higher are chances you go to California.
Okay, thank you. I will.
Once again, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you.
Pleasure's mine.